Welcome to part 3 of 6.1. We are on example number 10. Now, for this example, sometimes an initial condition is given. So in this example 10, that would be called our initial condition. Basically, it's just a point that's on our equation. And if you're given an initial condition, then it's possible to actually solve for what C is. So anytime you're given an initial condition, you're going to have two steps. Step 1 is to integrate. So notice it says f prime of x is x to the negative 3. We want to find f. So if we're given the derivative and we want to find the original, then we're going to need to integrate or anti-differentiate, go backwards to find the original. We should be pretty good at this point. This is just power rule. So negative 3 plus 1 over negative 3 plus 1 plus c. So that's going to be x to the negative 2 all over negative 2. I'm going to bring this x to the negative 2 down into the denominator to make it positive. And there's my equation so far. So now we have step 2. Step 2 is where we apply the initial condition. So I know that f of 1 equals 3/2. So I need to plug 1 into my equation for x, and it's going to equal 3/2. So I've got negative 1/2 plus c equals 3/2. And now I can solve for c. Add 1/2 to both sides, so I get c equals 4/2 or 2. And now I can write what f of x is. It would be my antiderivative. So there's the equation I came up with from integrating. But now I know that c is 2. And that's my final answer. So there you go. Anytime you're given an initial condition, you follow those same 2 steps. Let's also do example number 11. So the example number 11 is actually a lot easier than you're thinking, because we know that d dx, that's the symbol we use for the derivative. And this integral is the symbol we use for the antiderivative. So this is the same thing as if I add that and I do the inverse sign of both sides, because then my inverse sign and my sign cancel each other out because they're opposites. Well, same thing here. The derivative and the antiderivative are opposites. So they're actually just going to cancel each other out. So I'm left with the equation I started with. I don't even have a plus c, because those just cancel each other out and I'm just left with my integrand. So that's all for this video. In the last video, we're going to do some physics with position, velocity, and acceleration.